Hey everybody, I'm Ethan.
And I'm Jesse.
And today we're taking a look at the Rad Power Bike's RadCity 5.
Next on Now Let's Review. Before we get into it, we just want to let you know that Rad did send us this bike for review, but that will not affect the way that we review it. All the thoughts and opinions that you hear in this video are based purely on using this e-bike.
If getting around town in style and comfort are important to you, then the RadCity 5 should be a serious consideration if you're looking for an e-bike. This bike looks great, rides super well, and is one of the more comfortable bikes I have tested. The upright riding position, wide seat, and swept back handlebars make this an easy bike to ride long distances without having a sore back at the end of the day. Also contributing to the ride comfort is the front suspension with 50 millimeters of travel that soaks up most bumps with ease. Alright Jesse, so what do you think of the looks of this bike?
Looks really nice, looks really elegant. I like the frame, I like the way the battery sits in the holder, I like the rear rack, I like the handlebars, I like the fenders. I just love the look of it. I love the tires. I just like it.
Yeah, everything about it looks really good and really well put together. You can tell there was actually a lot of time spent designing this bike. It wasn't just slapped together. It just looks great.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. They did a really good job making this bike look really spiffy. I think that this is top of the line in terms of looks.
Yeah, and the build quality luckily matches it. This thing's really well put together. No weird rattling or shaking or loose screws or anything from riding this. We put a decent amount of miles on this bike and it's held up really well. I'm not worried at all regarding build quality. I think they did a good job.
This is like a relaxed, sitting upright kind of bike.
Yeah, this is like Cape Cod kind of like bike trail along the ocean kind of bike.
Yeah, and it's just a style that I really like. I think that it's a style that normally doesn't work so well because usually the bike is a little bit heavier. You have a nice big motor. It's gonna carry you no matter what. If you're going uphill, if you're going downhill, you've got gears. Even if your battery dies, you can still ride it. I think this is the style of bike that everyone secretly wants, but they don't know it.
The Cadence Sensing Pedal Assist is the smoothest cadence sensing system of any bike I've tested so far. The engagement and disengagement are super quick, the assist doesn't overpower your pedaling input, and the 5 different levels actually do offer different amounts of assist. If you get tired of pedaling, a half twist throttle on the right handlebar can smoothly propel the bike for easy cruising. The pedal assist is from a 750 watt hub motor on the back wheel, which Rad says has been redesigned to climb hills 40% faster than the previous RadCity. I never got to test the last generation of the RadCity, but this bike can tackle hills with no problem.
Now, we have reviewed a lot of different e-bikes on this channel, and one thing that a lot of different e-bikes get wrong, although it's forgivable, is the cadence sensing.
Cadence sensing systems with most bikes are very jerky because it only measures how fast you're pedaling, not what gear you're in or how much force you're putting in. Those are the torque sensing bikes and they have a much smoother pedal assist. Cadence sensing bikes are very jerky. They usually engage very suddenly and kind of lurch the bike forward, and then they disengage suddenly, and so it'll like keep going and then just stop randomly. This has taken care of that almost perfectly. Considering this is a cadence sensing system, it's really, really good. Yeah. It engages super quickly after you start pedaling. It disengages very quickly after you stop pedaling. The assist level provided by this bike doesn't completely overpower your pedaling and make it so the bike's doing all the work. They took their time and really intelligently engineered this system to make a very smooth ride, and I cannot praise them enough for that because so many bikes mess it up.
Now, chances are, if you've tried out an e-bike before, you've either tried a very, very expensive in-the-store kind of bike, which has torque sensing, which is, you know, the technology to have really good pedal feel, or you've tried a cadence sensing bike and it's felt like crap. In this case, they have accomplished the same sort of feel as a torque sensing bike with cadence sensing, and that's amazing.
The bike has a top speed of 20 miles per hour to keep it a Class 2 e-bike. Slowing down from those speeds is easy and smooth thanks to the front and rear hydraulic disc brakes. I always prefer hydraulic brakes over mechanical brakes because of the superior feel and smooth stopping, and the brakes on the RadCity 5 are no exception. Also featured on this bike are a very bright and stylish LED headlight, a brake light, front and rear fenders, a rear rack, a 7-speed shifter, and 2 screens. The center screen shows the speed, time, mileage, and trip distance. The screen on the left handlebar shows what level of pedal assist you're in and the bike's battery level. It also has buttons to switch the level of pedal assist and a headlight switch, as well as a power button. Powering everything is a 48-volt, 14-amp-hour semi-integrated battery that gives the RadCity 5 a claimed range of 28 to 50 miles per charge. Because of the weather and the timing of making this video, I didn't get a chance to fully test the range, but I did 13 miles and had about 2/3 of the battery remaining. I was using mostly the mid-levels of pedal assist and was going up and down hills, so assuming I could get close to 40 miles out of it at that pace, I think the claimed range is very reasonable. The RadCity 5 has a maximum payload capacity of 275 pounds, and rider and cargo weight will obviously affect the range. The bike itself weighs 65 pounds, so it is definitely pushing the limits of what the average bike rack can safely carry.
All right, Ethan, we got ourselves a really spiffy looking bike. Headlight, taillight, rack, great pedal assist, hydraulic brakes. How much does it cost?
$19.99 US dollars right now. So a very, very reasonable price for this bike. If this is the style of bike you're interested in, this kind of European looking commuter bike with storage capability and stuff, this is a very, very good bike for that price. I would expect something like this to cost probably closer to $3,000. And the fact that they've made this bike the way they have and kept it at slightly below $2,000 is really impressive.
Amazing. Just a feat of engineering and manufacturing that they've been able to do this, and Rad deserves a lot of credit for this bike in particular.
Before we end this review, I wanted to give a shout out to Lumos Helmets for partnering with us and for sending us these amazing helmets. Lumos Helmets have headlights, taillights, integrated directionals, optional MIPS for added safety, and lots of customization available. We have the Lumos Street, Matrix, and Ultra helmets, but there are plenty of options and styles on their website to choose from. Safety should always be a top priority when on a bike, and the Lumos helmets help keep you safe by protecting your head as well as by making you extremely visible to other vehicles on the road. If you want to pick one up for yourself or for a friend, head on over to lumoshelmet.co and use our code NowYouKnowLumos at checkout.
Well, that wraps up our review of the RadCity 5. We hope you enjoyed it. If you want to help this channel, you can hit the like button. It's a magic little button that makes YouTube want to share this video with more people, and I think that more people really deserve to know about this bike. Also, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button and the notification icon, then you will be notified whenever we come out with new videos, which is fairly regularly.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be doing yourself a service by subscribing if you're interested in any of this kind of stuff. We have tons of content we've already made, tons of content on the way, reviews, head-to-heads, all kinds of things. We're going to be doing more than just, your average run-of-the-mill bike review, so stay tuned for that kind of stuff if you're interested.
And comment down below, what do you think of this bike? And do you want us to cover anything else? Ethan and I love reading your comments, hearing about new bike companies through suggestions that you make, so we really appreciate that, and we really appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time. Now let's review.